Here's the danger. When you're in love, you excuse things you'd never tolerate otherwise. You call them small. You call them harmless. But the truth? They're not quirks. They're warnings. The longer you overlook them, the more power she takes, until you barely recognize the man you used to be. Today, I'll break down 10 behaviors that demand one response: walk away. Not next year. Not when it's too late. Now. Because if you ignore these signs, the damage won't just touch your relationship. It'll eat away at your peace, your confidence, and your identity as a man. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and drop in the comments where you're watching from. I want to see how far this message travels, because men everywhere face these same struggles. Now let's get into it, because the very first sign looks like harmless fun, but in reality, it's the seed of betrayal. 1. Flirting with other men. If she flirts with other men, co-workers, waiters, strangers, that's not just her personality. That's a boundary test. A woman who truly respects her relationship doesn't spread her energy across every man who gives her attention. She keeps her focus where it belongs, with you. When she openly flirts, she's sending a message loud and clear. You're not enough to hold my focus. And the moment you accept it, you're silently telling her, it's okay to disrespect me again. Here's the truth. Flirting is rarely innocent. It's practice. It's rehearsing for the next opportunity. And every man who ignores it sets himself up for betrayal. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but the door is already wide open. Don't sugarcoat it as just playful or her being friendly. That tiny crack in trust always grows into something bigger. If she needs validation from other men to feel alive, you're not her choice. You're her placeholder. Respect is the cornerstone of intimacy. And if she puts her ego boost above your dignity, you need to walk away, because staying means signing up for a lifetime of jealousy, doubt, and silent pain you never deserved. 2. Hiding her phone. Pay close attention to how she treats her phone. If she stiffens, snaps, or snatches it away every time you glance at it, that's not privacy. That's secrecy. In healthy relationships, there's no need for constant surveillance. But there is a natural openness. A woman who values you doesn't act like her phone is a locked safe you're never allowed to touch. So ask yourself, what is she hiding? Messages? Private conversations? Or is it simply that she doesn't respect you enough to be transparent? Think about the contradiction. Every night you lay your head next to hers, trusting her with your peace, your safety, and your future. But she can't trust you with something as trivial as a text message? That's not privacy, it's a wall. And walls in relationships aren't built to protect love. They're built to hide lies. If her phone feels like forbidden territory, you're not in a partnership. You're in the waiting room of betrayal. 3. Dodging commitment. If months go by and she still won't define the relationship, refuses to call you her boyfriend, or avoids introducing you properly to others, that's not hesitation. That's a choice. She's keeping you close enough to benefit from your energy, but never close enough to commit. That's not love, it's limbo. Here's the mistake men make. You think she just needs more time, or she's scared of labels. But the truth is simple. When a woman wants you, she'll claim you. No delay. No excuses. If after 3 months she still won't commit, she already has. You're not her partner. You're her placeholder. Relationships are built on clarity. If she's withholding that clarity, it's because she doesn't see you as permanent. She sees you as convenient. Don't settle for breadcrumbs of recognition. A man who knows his worth doesn't beg to be chosen. If she can't proudly call you hers, she's silently telling you she isn't yours either. For lack of genuine care. Real care isn't about grand romantic gestures. It's about consistency. It's about noticing when something feels off with you, asking how you're doing, supporting you when life gets heavy. When a woman truly values you, nurturing you comes naturally. She invests in your well-being. She listens, encourages, and lifts when you're low. But if she never checks on you, never shows interest in your struggles, and only acts when there's something in it for her, then you're not in a relationship. You're in a transaction. And here's the danger. The longer you stay, the more you'll drain yourself trying to win affection that isn't there. You'll keep pouring into a bottomless pit and calling it love. A woman who only takes but never gives is consuming you, not choosing you. Don't ignore the imbalance. Because love isn't a vending machine. You don't put in effort just to get scraps back. If she can't meet your care with the same energy, she's telling you the truth. You're not her priority. 5. Broken promises. Character is revealed in whether someone keeps their word. Every "I'll call you," every "I'll be there," every "I'll take care of it" is a small contract. When she repeatedly breaks those, she's showing you where you stand. Your time and your trust don't matter. Don't dismiss it as forgetfulness. Broken promises are not accidents, they're patterns. And patterns reveal priorities. Respect isn't just how she speaks when things are good. It's about whether her actions match her words when it counts. A woman who values you will guard her credibility with you. She'll keep her word because she understands that trust is fragile. If she constantly fails to follow through, she doesn't just lack organization. She lacks respect for you. And where there is no respect, love cannot survive. 6. You're not a priority. Every man knows life gets busy, work, family, obligations. But here's the truth. People make time for what they value. Period. If you're always the one chasing, waiting, trying to fit into her leftovers, then you're not her man. You're her backup plan. A woman who truly loves you doesn't need reminders to show up. She wants to see you, hear you, and be with you. Even when life gets chaotic, she'll carve out time because that's what commitment looks like. If she can't, or won't, make space for you, then you're not a priority. You're an option. Don't confuse excuses for effort. If she's constantly too busy for you, it's not her schedule that's the problem, it's her choice. And no man should ever accept being treated as a side note in someone else's story. 7. Double standards. Few things reveal disrespect faster than double standards. She goes out whenever she pleases, but if you make plans, you're distant. She locks her phone, but demands full access to yours. She enjoys her freedom, but you're expected to check in constantly. That's not partnership, it's control. It's hierarchy. And in that hierarchy, she's the ruler and you're the servant. Many men try to negotiate with double standards, compromising, bending, sacrificing to keep the peace. But the peace only exists for her. You're the one carrying the weight while she enjoys the freedom. Healthy relationships are built on reciprocity. What's fair for one is fair for the other. If she won't live by that, you're not equals. And the moment you accept inequality, you've signed away your respect. 8. Disrespectful words. Pay attention to her words. If she mocks, belittles, or tears you down, even subtly, that's not humor. That's slow destruction. A sarcastic comment about your looks. A dismissive remark about your dreams. A laugh at your expense in front of others. These cuts add up. Over time, they erode your self-worth until you begin to believe them. You shrink. You second-guess yourself. And the cruel irony? The smaller you become, the more power she feels. Respect isn't optional. It's oxygen for love. If she can't speak to you with dignity, she's not your partner. She's your critic. A woman who truly values you wants to build you up, not bury you beneath her words. If her tongue constantly wounds, walk away before there's nothing left of your confidence. 9. Disrespecting your people. How she treats your friends and family says everything about how she sees you. If she mocks them, dismisses them, or refuses to spend time with them, that's not just dislike, it's indirect disrespect toward you. Because your family and friends are extensions of you. They shaped you, supported you, stood by you. A woman who values you may not always agree with them, but she'll show courtesy because she respects what matters to you. When she consistently disrespects them, she's not just expressing personal preference, she's isolating you. And isolation is a control tactic. The fewer voices you hear, the easier it is for her to rewrite reality. Real love doesn't force you to abandon your foundation. If she makes you choose between her and them, she's already shown you she doesn't respect you. 10. Never owning mistakes. Finally, watch how she handles conflict. If every fight ends with you apologizing, even when the mistake was hers, you're not dealing with miscommunication. You're dealing with manipulation. This is gaslighting, when she twists her mistakes into your fault. She lashes out, but you're accused of pushing her buttons. She forgets something, but you're blamed for not reminding her. She crosses a boundary, but somehow you're the one in the wrong. Over time, you start doubting yourself, your memory, your judgment, even your sanity. And once you believe you're always the problem, she no longer has to take responsibility for anything. That's not love, it's psychological warfare. And the longer you accept it, the more of yourself you lose. A woman who never owns her mistakes will never build a healthy future with you. If you see this pattern, don't explain it away. Don't wait for it to improve. Leave. Because no relationship is worth your peace or your soul. You've just heard 10 behaviors that aren't quirks, they're red flags. Disrespect, secrecy, double standards, gaslighting. These patterns don't fade with time. They only grow stronger the more you tolerate them. Walking away isn't weakness, it's strength. It's choosing dignity over chaos, peace over drama, and self-respect over slow destruction. Remember this. A woman who truly loves you will build you up, not break you down. She will stand beside you, not against you. If you see yourself in any of these signs, don't stay silent. Share your story in the comments. It might be the lifeline another man needs. And if this message hit home, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear the truth. You deserve a love that makes you stronger, never weaker.